the side.
Don't look.
Then I don't have to.
Just hit the red button. That's it. Turn it on.
All right, we're rolling. Number 1, call to order, roll call, and establish quorum.
All right. Destin?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Emily?
Yes.
Trent? Yes, I do. Because you're here. Yes. Kaon is not here. And Jody. Oh, and Courtney. She's also not here. Okay.
2, consideration and action on consent agenda. A, minutes from May 7th, 2025 regular meeting. B, approval or reappointment of Kelly Myers to the Oklahoma Territorial Plaza Trust Board through February 7th, 2028.
You just have to approve the agenda.
Is there any reason we would not approve that? How long is that term? Is there? I've never. What?
For Kelly, it's 3 years.
Okay, it's like I haven't voted on it before, so I didn't know.
Didn't know we.
From my understanding, every board just picks somebody
Oh.
to serve, and it's good on your behalf.
I make a motion to approve.
Second that.
Okay. So Dustin,
Yes.
Ashley,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Emily,
Yes.
okay, Jody.
Yes.
3, discussion and possible action on items removed from the consent agenda. No comment?
Nope.
4, consideration, discussion, and possible action regarding choosing a date for the Parks and Recreation Movie in the Park event.
After talking to Oklahoma Live, they said September, October would be better just because of the cooler weather. He said as soon as we can get a date, to let him know so we can book him. If we
At
still
this
want,
point, October,
I was
right?
gonna say, yeah.
that's kind of where I'm at.
And then do you just do a Halloween movie again, or do you want to steer away? from it?
Whatever.
I know what you guys wanted earlier was Minecraft. I don't know if you ever saw how much that was.
What was?
Minecraft.
I haven't checked on that yet. It's all going to be about the same.
Okay.
They're all going to be about $600.
So, I mean, that is probably a pretty good Halloween movie, and then we know the kids would like it.
If they do not have the rights to Minecraft yet. That's the other thing. If
Yeah.
I go on there and they don't have the rights to that, then we just need to go from there.
I think it's pretty new or fairly new, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll have that yet.
Yeah, and I don't know if they will yet either or not on that.
So can we just choose a date, and then if there's not the rights, you let Chris know, and then
Yeah.
he comes back with the second?
That's fine.
That works fine.
So to plan a date?
Yeah.
Would you guys normally do this on a weekend or a weeknight or like a Friday?
Typically,
I wonder what we did last year.
Friday nights are typically going to be football
Yeah.
games. So Saturday night is typically going to be most common. What?
Is an OSU game an issue for scheduling in Perkins?
Depends.
I mean, so maybe a away game on a Saturday. When's fall break?
Fall break is like the
Oh, I can't-
14th, 15th, I think.
October.
Last year we did it October 13th, which fell on
It was
a,
Sunday.
on a Sunday.
It was on a Sunday.
Yep. That's what we did last time.
We can do that again. I'll take the brunt. One person, it don't matter.
I'm gonna help. I was the chair of that, so I'll help a lot. But my wife is traveling out of town in October, so I have to make sure that I'm
Yeah.
not buried by children.
If we do we don't know when fall break is?
It's the
Like the
16th,
15th, yeah.
yeah, 16th, 17th,
If
8th.
we do that, the high school game will be that Thursday night. That leaves the 17th open.
That's Thursday.
No,
No.
Yeah, that's Friday.
17th Friday.
Oh, I'm still on 24.
I'm like, did I look at it wrong?
Yes.
That's always an option, or
So
we
do-
can do it on Sunday evening.
I think more people would show up on Friday.
That's fine.
Anybody have any issues with that? We'll just stick that on, put a pin in that.
I show.
Or do you have?
No, I'm sorry. I was looking at that wrong. Do we play?
Oh, we didn't think about the bandit games.
Saturday, the 18th.
Let me look.
Schedule. I think it's Saturday.
Husband didn't even put it on our schedule. That was very kind of him. See, October 18th, we play at Cushing.
Homecoming for Ocean.
On this Friday?
Yeah, we don't want to do that then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be.
Saturday. Oh,
That'll
yeah.
be Friday and Saturday, so that won't be a good.
Okay.
I forgot that they said that it fell on fall break, which is a terrible time.
So we go back to school for fall break on the 20th.
Yes. Typically, unless they have that day out for like administration day.
I'm trying to think why we did it on Sunday last year. I think they were out of school, weren't they?
I kind of think.
No, we had school that next day. But it was a good turnout
Yeah.
for being a Sunday.
You just tentatively the 19th,
I'm fine with that.
and then we'll look at Minecraft, and then if we have issues, we'll come back to it. If anybody has anything come up, just let us know.
That works.
We'll do it down at Dixon again. It's a little bit more feasible. The fields are a little bit bigger.
Are you planning to have like concession or anything? Are we allowed to talk about that right now?
I can do concessions,
Food truck.
or I can do food trucks again. I mean, it's just,
Is there a reason why we wouldn't do both? Because they're totally
we
different
can do
things.
both. We can do both.
We did a little bit of both last time.
Yeah.
October's a little later in the year, but like, if it's warm enough.
Yeah.
Snow cones.
The food trucks shouldn't have a problem. I'll get a hold of them and then, like I said, out of the concession, we'll just do like popcorn and stuff like that and candy. I mean, not nachos or anything like that, but
So we just did pops and popcorn.
Yeah.
yeah, popcorn, just popcorn and drinks.
So do we want to make the
Do we need to make a motion on it?
tentative, or do we want to make the permanent?
We can go ahead and make the motion to set it on for the 19th,
Yeah.
weather permitting. I mean, that's the only thing.
Yeah. If
If
we have to move it, we have to move it.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
I make a motion to choose the date October 19th for the Parks and Recreation Movie in the Park event.
Second.
Dustin?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Emily?
Yes.
Jody?
Five, consideration, discussion, and possible action regarding Parks and Recreation sports enrollment website forms.
Chris, this is all you, buddy.
Yeah, the rest of this agenda is the Chris agenda. So on the last page of your packet here is just kind of like a proof of concept I built on the website. Rochelle gave me access to go in and create these forms and edit these forms, set them up to email registrations to Trent, things like that. This is just like putting something together using one of the old paper forms as a template. There's things that would need to be updated here, just based off what I've even filled out on my own kids' form for T-ball. So, but basically, I can require or have drop downs or anything like that. And then we've got that link there at the bottom that takes them straight to the payment portal. Shows them, hey, this is the transaction type you need to choose, so that Trent can see when he gets a Parks and Rec Youth Sports League transaction that matches the name on an enrollment, and put it in a spreadsheet or whatever.
That's awesome.
That's
It's going,
Like the
we've
hero of the town.
been talking about for 2 to 3 years on making our website more user-friendly for Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
And I believe Chris has come up with a solution for it.
that's about. I mean, that's as pretty as you can make that that.
Yeah,
form. I mean, it's a great system because it's it is what it is. But if that doesn't work for us, then we need to look at something else. Then
Well,
like.
it's very user-friendly.
Yes.
I think it's great.
It's like, as long as it's simple for people to use, I think that.
It can't be any harder. It really can't, because you go here and you fill out the information, then you have to back out, go to the payment, then you have to scroll down which one of my water bill, you gotta go through
Oh, yeah,
everything.
yeah.
It's a nightmare.
So basically, they'd fill this out and then it should email it to Trent or anyone else we want to have CC'd on that. And then he can put it in your spreadsheet or whatever you use to track that. And then whenever he can validate when he gets a payment, check a box or put yes or whatever in your are they paid box. And at the top, like I just put, that's literally a Canva that I pasted in there for the enrollment dates for soccer team, but like I can change that. But that's just an example. I can put an image there if we want to build a banner or anything like that. And that kind of ties in with something that's lower on the agenda, which is kind of, the way I set this one up is fall enrollment. So they have a drop down, they choose which sport they're selecting. I could set up a form for each sport. I could set up a form for fall and a form for spring, however we want to do it. At this point, most of it would just be like duplicating this existing form and customizing it for what we want. So whatever you all think would be most user-friendly or easiest to do. I can also set dates for a start and a close of the form, so it automatically stops taking enrollment or automatically starts taking enrollment.
Yeah, like I definitely would do that because people will absolutely
Guaranteed.
the wrong thing.
Last
If
year.
it's closed, then they can't
So-
fill out the wrong thing.
As long as I'm on the board and everything like that, even after I'm going to be around, like I can help maintain this. It's not a ton of work.
Like, do we need to have, so with this information, do we need to have, is there a separate form? Because I think, don't we have to list like insurance information and that type of stuff? Is there a separate place that all of this?
You had separate forms. You had like a sign off for like entries and waivers, and then can we give them medicine, or do we need to call you before we give them medicine? I kind of feel like that's something we hand out to coaches at the coaches meeting and say you need this signed for every kid. Every kid that shows up to practice, have them sign it at practice.
I don't know about that one.
It'd be hard to put that into. I don't know if we could put it into this.
Well, the reason I said that, because if you're a split house, you see what I'm saying, and dad drops you off, but mom has custody, dad can't sign this. You see, then that's.
So I mean, like in the same side of the coin, what if dad's signing them up for online and mom's not the one signing them up online? It's the same exact thing, right?
Well, but they still have that waiver. They
What
still,
if there's a link to, like, what if we just put a link to the waiver in here that they
To bring it or they email it.
email it?
because on the online, because when they get the forms, they get everything that you filled out online, and they just have to print and fill them out, and then email them to me.
I was like, if we just put a link in here to it, they can just.
Okay, yeah, we can make it a fillable PDF too.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing that kind of iffy.
And we're also asking people to print something off and sign it.
Yeah, I was like, well, if we do a fillable
There's gotta
PDF, they
be,
could electronically sign it.
because that's how we do it through.
I got some that were electronically signed,
If we think people are okay with that, then I'm cool with that. I mean, but
because most of them have, because I know I got some in my email that people had just something.
like the sign type of thing, that's getting
PDF.
pretty easy now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's getting
download
Get them back easier if people would electronically sign them. You wouldn't have to hunt so many people down to get them back.
I mean, think about how many people would probably just open it on their phone and
And,
fill
yeah,
out the PDF on their phone, click to sign.
Yeah, exactly.
Might not be a problem at all. We can run with it and see how it goes.
Yeah.
But it's really easy for me to put a link there. It might just be like stored somewhere else.
It might take them to like a Google Doc or something, or like.
Yeah, or I think there's like file folders on the site.
I was
we
like,
can,
it should be on the site if
on
it's,
the
yeah, I
site.
was like it's stored in the city site, right? So it should just be,
Oh, if it's already there,
right?
Yeah,
So we can just take
the
it.
not the applications, I'm sorry.
the way.
Sign-up forms are already on the city
So
website.
we could just have, if possible, we can have them separate out the waiver, the,
Yeah.
And I can set up that link so that it opens in another tab. It doesn't take them away from the page they're already on if they haven't like submitted or anything, so.
Okay.
So this is really to just get like your thumbs up, like, hey, we're cool with you moving forward with the
If it's gonna
form.
make it easier, I'm fine with it,
I'm sure you are.
to be 100% honest.
the only other thing on here is, I think we need to, do we need to make sure that they are, I don't see an address on here, do we need to make sure we have an address for them, or ask if they're local, I can't remember
Do we
what.
care about that?
I have to,
Yeah, I was like, I think
Because of funding?
we have to
No.
because of,
OK Kid rules.
yeah,
I have to have physical address.
I thought that was
Not mailing
right.
address, but it's gotta be physical.
yeah, I thought that was okay,
Yeah.
so.
Just a text field that is their full address? Or do we
I
need to have like street,
Actual,
state?
I would just put like actual physical address with
just like an open-
City and
city and.
Yeah.
Okay, so just have another subsection,
Yeah,
like
because
how I
we
have the
have-
separating bars.
Yes, I would do it just like that.
Because with towns around here not having teams, I pull kids from Stillwater. I have a whole bunch of teams from Stillwater that come to Perkins. I have kids from Guthrie that play.
Would you want that beneath parent and guardian contact information?
Yes.
Or beneath the player information?
Player information, because it has to be the kid's physical address.
I don't know if I get to say anything, but
Go for it.
everything that goes on our site has to be ADA. So you'll have to make sure that it's specific to those parameters,
Okay.
or Rachel will get you.
Well,
He's
I'll
working hand.
probably run everything by.
Okay, he's working hand in hand with Rachel on it, so
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I'll let her. If
Okay.
he's not right, she can chew him out.
So,
Anything else? Any other thoughts?
Thank you.
Listen, I'm telling you, people will love being able to.
do it online.
Yes, just do it a whole lot easier.
Well, and I think I can format, like this is formatted, like I did this on my PC, but I think I can also like make sure that it works on a phone too, like I can test it all. So, because that's where 75% of those people are gonna do
Oh
it.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. There's not many people sitting at home on their computers anymore. I'm good with it.
So do we need to just, I mean, do we need like approve to proceed or just say
Yeah.
noted?
I make
or-
a motion to proceed with changing the enrollment for the website.
I second that.
Dustin? Ashley? Yes. Chris? Emily?
Yes.
And Jody?
Yes.
6, discussion on fencing and work on fields.
Okay. Don't know if anybody's been down to Dixon lately. It is taking on its own shape, finally. Jody's family was able to get the first dumpster donated to us so I could throw the chain link fence away. And it's full. I'm just waiting on them to be like, come back and get it. We have got all but the very top of the backstops on the baseball field fence painted. I cannot climb up on the roof right now just because of my back. And a person that was on the roof Monday was told not to do that again. But it's not the fact that we can't be up there, it's just the fact that they don't want her up there. I mean, it was Amanda, if anybody's wondering. I don't even know how they knew
We
that we
don't pay
were down there.
insurance for that?
Do what?
We don't pay insurance for that? I'm kidding.
Not for me. Him on the roof. Yeah.
But, I mean, other than that, I have some guys that are might be going down there tonight, and if they don't get it painted before the fence comes up, we're just gonna leave it the way it is. It's the very top, and 90% of the cover of the bleachers cover that up. It's gonna look bad, but I'm limited right now.
It's not gonna look that bad.
Oh, to me it does. The middle field, the south baseball field, they went to tighten the chain link up and poles started bending.
That's what Aaron said.
So they pulled all the poles and we are having to get new poles put in.
I told you it's been there a while.
Yeah, I was just like, oh. But other than that, they're just about done. Dugouts are coming at Peters. And all they have left to do is the dugouts and the very top of the backstops at Peters.
That looks good. That's where we're practicing people tonight and on Monday.
Well, it is mowed now.
Oh yeah. Did you go through and get all that stuff that was in the grass, or you just duck a lot?
Tracy mowed it while I was doing other stuff.
I was picking up a bunch last week. I wasn't gonna bother you about it because we've still got weeks until
Yeah.
table actually starts.
But no, October 18th, I have 17 people coming for Day of Caring, and that's what we're going to do.
That's cool.
I already talked to Chris about that, so I figured that it'd be okay to discuss because it is
September 17th.
Yes, September, whatever Day of Caring is. But they're going to go down and they're going to help me pick that up. They are going to paint the bathrooms at Dixon because I just ran out of time. And we're also going to backfill the trenches where they had to dig. They had to dig out a lot to get fenced down to where it's supposed to be. We're talking probably close to 10 to 12 inches in some areas. But it's going. I will keep putting updates. I mean, it's really to the point now to where I just need to wait until they're done to update it. So that's where we're at on the fields.
I don't know if we can talk about this right now, but it's by the fencing. Those wasps, have you dealt with those? Like, it's back towards the back of the fencing, like outfield.
Oh, the ones that are in the ground.
Yes.
And the sign.
Like, is there anything? Ryan got stung twice at the last game,
I
and I wanted
think-
the kid get stung.
I think
Rather
with
than-
them doing all the dirt work that they're doing out there, they have moved away because we have not.
Okay.
I've got some in the pipes that I got to spray down,
Yeah,
but other than that,
it's cleared out. Okay.
there has not been any at Dixon Park
Okay. That's good.
since we started doing all the work out there.
Okay. Cool.
I think Ryan killed him when he got stung. I think.
Granules or anything? Not get those?
No, it's got to be the spray.
The adult.
'Cause they are those stinking ground horn, and they are nasty.
That sucks.
Big out.
Hornets are walking on the ground up there.
It's awful.
All right, anything else on fencing? The fields? 7, consideration, discussion, and possible action to set enrollment dates for all sports through the end of spring 2026.
Okay, on that, I will start those. This is just to help Chris out.
Yeah, this is for the forms, but also to be proactive about posting about upcoming enrollments. Because I've been making Canvas for that stuff, so I was talking with Trent about getting access to the Facebook page. That's how that all ties into this, so that I can help him just
Post that stuff out, yeah.
push, basically. I've told him,
I'm
and I
still
know
gonna work on that. I haven't even.
I know. I'm not bothering you about that, but I work at home. I'm remote. I'm on my PC all day, so it's not a big deal for me to flip over to another tab on my PC and
I'm looking
post a
for
couple
December 8th
graphics.
to open them.
Open what?
Or spring.
Because I always open the first part of December, and I run them until February 6th is when I'll close it, and then I'll have the late signups.
So when?
February 6th. I run it for 2
Okay.
months.
So I have a follow-up question on that.
Yeah.
Why do we do late signups? Why don't we just have open and closed?
Because you have to give them X amount of time after the closing. It's in the code.
But do we have
We
to
have to.
advertise that? Okay.
Yes.
You saw what I did on those graphics I made. I was like, this is enrollment.
I know, and I-
late enrollment is this.
I loved it, and it worked. But
Or was that February what?
with this being through the city and not a SASA type deal, not a big organization,
It's a whole different ballgame.
it's
Okay.
The-
What was the dates for the late enrollment?
the close will probably be February 6th.
Okay, so is it just 3 days then for late enrollment?
Then I'll do, oh, I'm sorry, I lied to you. Late enrollment will be, I'll do a week, the 9th to the 13th.
Again, I don't know if I can talk about this right now or not. This is hard. Question/concern from a couple of parents. A couple of people were frustrated, and I get their concern. I also see why we have to do it the way we do it, but they want to stick with Perkins Parks and Recs. But she said this is year 2 that they've tried to play a sport here, just to be to like they get a team, but then there's not enough for another team. So she's like, if we're gonna end up going to SASA, why don't we just do that to begin with? So her thing was, her question more or less was, even if there's enough for just 2 teams, can they just only play each other? That way they keep it in Perkins. Because she doesn't want to go to Stillwater, but that's kind of where they're at. But she said it is, like from her team's standpoint, it is frustrating to finally get it all in and then have a team just to be told.
I mean,
She almost missed the deadline for them because of it. And so, and I see that frustrating.
I told him the same thing you're telling
Okay.
him right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have a kid in it.
I'm not Chelsea, Hope and Jennifer are
Yeah.
the 2 that are doing a bit.
Yeah.
What we ended up doing was making a Perkins team that we took to SASA
Yeah.
for our girls with hope.
Okay. Yeah. And that wasn't the one that talked to me, but she may be a part of that team though.
Maybe.
Like it could be a parent that's.
But yeah, I think the online forms and the actual like advertising in advance, like I'll start in July and say, hey, we're 1 month away from soccer opening, and I think that'll open up a lot of enrollment.
Yeah.
Just like the convenience of online and knowing.
Yeah. For sure.
So the dates we talked about there was spring. So what all sports is that?
That is baseball, softball, and t-ball.
Okay.
And that's all I offer in spring because
And then when's basketball?
basketball, I will start sign up shortly. Yeah, we'll start games in November. Into November. I'll probably do signups from November 1st through Thanksgiving, or do signups from November 1st to sometime, then do games starting in December.
Basically the month of November?
Yeah. Well, I'll shut them down a little bit before so they can have a couple weeks to practice. I will probably start basketball signups. Actually,
So you'll probably do it like the end of October
I'll start basketball signups.
or mid-October.
If you're doing December 8th to February 6th, you could do like, 4 weeks from mid-October into
Well,
mid-November.
I could start basketball signups the 29th of September and run them to the 17th
Of October.
of October. Then late signups the 20th and 24th. And then I can have coaches have their teams out by the 3rd of November, practice for 2 weeks, and start December 1st basketball.
Yeah.
What was that close date of that enrollment?
Close date
Or
for
was it
normal
slow rider?
would be this.
Start on the 29th of September.
Start on the 29th of September, end on the 10th of October.
Okay.
And then late signups will be the 13th through the 17th. And they'll have like 2 weeks. Then they'll have like almost a month of practice.
So my goal is to have a form ready for basketball online.
Basically, if you look at the forms that you have, only thing that changes, it says basketball in 2025.
Right, and then I add those other things in there. I add
Right.
sorry, I'm going back to old topic. The waivers are the same for all sports?
Yes, sir. Everything's the exact same. The only thing I change is basketball to t-ball to.
Yeah, well, I'll be in touch.
Okay. Okay.
Question on your dates, is it, if he has the dates for enrollment, if he stops open and starts late, if he starts at 10:11, like, does it matter if he starts at 10:11 or if he starts at 10:13? I'm just curious what the difference is.
Are you just thinking about like where it falls in the month?
Well, if it's like a continuous, like, so.
If I get forms over the weekend, they pay the normal fee. Now on the 13th is when
I see what you're saying.
when the late fees would be on the 13th. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'll put the date. I mean, I'll just leave it open, and I think he'll have to manage that.
And then on the
based
13th, it starts. Okay.
On that image, we could put like early enrollments,
Yeah.
these dates,
Like fees
this
and
amount
fees.
of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, how does that
No,
work?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay. That's basketball. And then, what else is it? Is that it? All that's in there?
Adult, I mean, I guess that's in the summer. We can worry about that in the spring.
Adult
If there's adults
softball.
sign up for softball or
I have this coach's numbers. I say, hey, let's start, and they just get their monies to me. And I
Do they build their own team?
they build their own. I don't do anything for that.
Do you accept any loaner signups?
Yeah.
Okay. But those would always be through you.
I don't know. If I got somebody looking for a team, I always tell them just to come down. Whenever the games are, somebody's always looking for somebody to play.
We can put like, I can build just like info pages on the site too later on. That's like, this is what this sport is. This is a link to the rules or whatever.
But that's all the sports after, that's the fall sports, right? That's all.
Yeah, basketball. Then we jump back into spring.
I'll make you guys do this all over again late spring.
It's fine. Okay. You make a motion on these? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Make a motion to set the enrollment dates. But I don't know what the dates are.
I make a motion to set the enrollment dates as discussed.
She doesn't remember.
I haven't written down, for basketball of 9/27 through 10/10, late is 10/13 through 10/17. And for baseball, softball, t-ball, starting 12/18 through 2/9, late would be,
12-8.
is that not what I said?
You said 18.
Sorry, 12/8, I didn't read that right. Through 2/9, and then 2/13 through, I didn't get the last part of that date, 2/13 through
Whatever that week.
9 through 13.
9 to the 13th.
2/9 through 2/13, sorry.
Second that.
Dustin?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Emily? Yes. Jody?
Yes.
Discussion regarding basketball gym floor at Perkins Tryon Elementary School.
This is me again. I'm staying busy. So me and my wife have been talking with Coach Martin and Mandy, and one thing they've been wanting to do for a long time, it sounds like, is to redo the floors. And I know we use the floors. My wife is on the pie board, and so we talked about doing like a joint fundraiser, basically. One of the things that we thought about, just like, this is kind of what spurred like this whole conversation, is she's from Cashin. Cashin has a tradition of doing like an annual dodgeball tournament. You pay so much per team or per person on each team. They set up concessions. They even do a silent auction, which I'm not necessarily proposing like we start with that. But it's been something they do every year, and they've started to get to the point where it's like an institution in that town, and they raise a ton of money every year because everybody shows out for it. And they have a kids league, they have like a high schooler league, and then they have an adults league. So that's like what we had in mind, but just starting to do fundraising specifically for the gym floor.
Okay, with that, I talked to Rachel about that. We can not, how does she word it?
You can participate, but you can't do it under the Parks and Rec
Right.
banner.
What do you mean by participate?
So you can go and fundraise, you can go and fundraise, the whole board can go and
But we
fundraise.
You
cannot.
can't say Parks and Rec is
Rec,
fundraising.
Because
Okay.
And you can't,
For this project.
correct, and you can't use like concession stand items to
Right.
raise money to give it
Back to.
back
Right.
to the floor. So everything would
now,
have
with
to
that
start.
being said, they can use our fields. We can
We can go and participate. We can.
Support. You
participate.
just can't be the host.
We cannot be the main
Okay.
voice of that. We cannot take $100.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
You
a
see what I'm, no, and I'm just, I mean, because yes, we use the floor, but it is not owned by the city of
Yeah,
Perkins.
okay.
We could, as a,
As individuals on the Parks and Rec board, you all can advertise as much as you want. As an individual, I can advertise it as much as I want, but as far as the Parks and Rec,
Yeah.
Name.
Sponsored by Pi and Chris Wyatt, who happens to be on the park.
but that's, I mean, it just, because yes, and they think it's a great idea, but since the city of Perkins does not own it, the Parks and Rec cannot back it with their Parks and Rec
Yeah, I'm fine.
social media
It
stuff.
doesn't necessarily deter me. I'm just
No, I'm just,
saying
no.
how, like, where the opportunities are, right?
Yes.
So as a Parks and Rec board, could we go and volunteer to help run the
Yes,
tournament?
yes,
So we could go and,
yes.
yes,
We can organize it,
we
but we
just,
cannot say this is put on by.
and so like we could, technically we could say, like we could put out on social media, like on behalf of the
You
whatever.
could share something
The-
that Pi
Yes.
is posting.
Yes, all day long, every
We will be
day.
volunteering our time to go help.
And I will almost bet if Pi takes something up to City Hall, they could probably post something at City Hall, like a flyer and stuff like that.
And then, you know, we could post that on our Facebook that we're volunteering to help our, you know.
Yeah.
But to partner with it, I cannot.
We just can't use our funding and things, but we can.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily like
Oh, I know that, I'm just,
about the branding, but
but yeah, the branding is the,
Yeah, but I think it'd be super,
it helps legitimize.
yes.
but it'd be cool to, I mean, as a group to be able to do that, to go to, and we do use it, and that's a great courtesy to be able to help them put
Yes.
something like that on. So if we could come up with a way to do that, I think that's a great
Last time I
opportunity.
talked to Coach Martin, he said it was like $50,000 for the
Seems
floor.
I
Oh,
wonder what it
it
is.
is very expensive,
Expensive.
very expensive.
He's like, that's not necessarily to say that's the most expensive, like the most affordable option out there, but that's the one I want.
So it would probably have to be like several years.
Right. It wouldn't be like, hey, we had a dodgeball tournament and we're buying a floor. It would be like, we're starting the wheels in motion, because if we don't, where are they gonna get funding for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're using it, we're gonna get to the point where we're using a worn out gym.
Yeah.
Alright, 9, consideration, discussion, and possible action on having a table for Parks and Recreation at Old Settlers Day Parade Festival on September 13th, 2025.
It was asked if we want to do something at the Old Settlers Day Parade. Do we want to put a booth up? We really don't have any signups or anything like that going on at that time. But I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I will be out of town by noon that day.
I'm gonna be tied up with bandit cheer.
Well, my son plays in Bethany that day.
Yeah, I already have a booth that I'm running for the 6th grade.
Yeah,
So,
same. But ours is cheer, there's
Yeah.
football.
yeah, fine, whatever. No.
But I'm just being 100%. I am not gonna be in town I'll be there for the parade that morning. But as far as sitting at a table and stuff,
We don't have anything going on. I'm the one.
And we don't, I don't even know that we have anything.
I
like,
submitted it to him right before.
I think it's a bad idea.
No, I
We don't
like
have
the
anything
idea.
Yeah.
To
I was
put-
thinking about him being at Meet the Teacher. I was like, do we want to do something at Old Settlers Day too?
Yeah.
I mean, if we don't have anything to tell the people, there's not a ton of reason to be there.
but that's something to look forward to next year going forward. Who says we can't have
But I mean,
some
we
type
could-
of little game or something?
Even
that
next year,
the
though,
kids can
if we do a movie in the park or something like that, we could advertise that there. We can advertise, you know, lots of different things that we could, if we want to, you know, come up with some stuff for future events that we can talk about, you know.
Oh, that's not on here, so I'm not gonna say that. We tried an event last year that was not a very good success. And I don't know, maybe we look at something closer to that time of year next year.
I'm like, what did we do that wasn't a success? We didn't do a lot, I feel.
Halloween, was it last year or the year before?
Oh, that was a couple of years ago.
Okay, see, it's all.
Last year's was the movie in the park, and it was good.
Yeah, okay, 2 years ago, it was,
Yeah, yeah. I think we stick to the movie in the park.
okay.
I agree.
For Halloween.
I still think the flower
Yeah.
thing is a good idea. I think we need to try to do that.
It's next spring.
Anyways.
So there's nothing to really do on that.
Nope.
No action.
We'll have to do
Not
an
this
action or
time.
nothing. We discussed it and like I said, next year, we'll,
No action this time.
Yep.
Okay.
unless somebody needs to move it.
Then adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
You actually don't have to do that anymore, because if not everybody agrees, nobody's staying here all night. It just adjourns.
Oh,
Go team. Break.
And if you'll turn that bad boy off, I will turn the camera off, and then I need signatures. So, we'll start.
Trent, are they supposed T-ball? Are they supposed to be throwing the ball to first base, or are they supposed to run it to first
they're
base?
supposed to try
I feel
to,
like we've got a mixed.
who's trying to learn it?